Rockstar Games surprises absolutely no one, introducing a new monthly subscription service that will add perks, cosmetics, and in-game salary and more to the new Series SX, PS5, and PC versions of GTA Online for a price.
And a new PlayStation Plus was announced. Is this the Game Pass competitor we were all hoping for? Find out right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? Gaming News Weekly is back for another week of mega video game news. We are the best weekly video game news show out there, every single week bringing you the biggest news in the video game industry. My name is E-Rock the Red. I am joined by the man, Full Clip. What's going on, dude? How are you this week?
Doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm very good. I'm very excited that it's almost the weekend, our time here at the time of this recording, because it's been a long week, man. I'm ready to just play some video games, chill out, drink some beers, all the good stuff.
Yeah, well, you got the new Xbox to go through that entire Game Pass library with, right?
Dude, I don't even know what to do. It's I have anxiety about how much is available there. So I don't even know what did I play the other day. I was playing. I started playing Injustice 2 because there was a... so I think I've talked about it before. They'll give you points to get achievements in a certain game or play a certain game. So that was one of the games that was listed to get an achievement in Injustice 2. And it gives you 75 points to put towards anything. Anything in the Microsoft Store or whatever. So I played that and then I just kept playing it. And I played it a bunch. Then I was like, you know what? I'm playing some fighting games, so I started playing Mortal Kombat 11, which is on there. I don't know. I've just been playing so much. I went back to Unpacking. It's crazy on the big screen. I was playing it on my phone before.
Yeah.
Playing Death's Door. I played Tunic. Dude, there's so much. There's so much on there, man. I downloaded Halo. I was about to get into that because watched the first episode of the show Halo. Did you watch that?
No, not yet.
Dude, it's good. I don't know anything about Halo, and I loved it. So I immediately after that show, I downloaded the game. Haven't started it yet. I don't know if I should I was like, do I start at the beginning of the collection and work my? I don't think I have time for that.
I don't know. The first one is definitely worth playing just to see how everybody experienced this franchise coming in. I think they have the remastered versions. That's up to you. It'd be a good place to start. I think Infinite would be a pretty cool place to start anyway, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Maybe I don't know how long the campaign is. Maybe if it's under 8 hours, I could run through it real fast or something in the first one. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I've been playing a lot of games. And then Tiny Tina's I've been playing. More Elden Ring. It was a busy video game week. What about you? You been doing anything?
I had the absolute opposite. I played a little bit of Satisfactory. Got into Call of Duty Vanguard. They have this new mode, which seems like sort of a strange spinoff of Warzone that has smaller teams, and you have a big map, and you have a lot of objectives to go do. I wasn't that into it, but I'll probably go back and try that out some more. But otherwise, it wasn't a big weekend gaming for me because I ordered a new 3D printer, and I've been trying to get that set up and tuned in and everything. Nice.
You're upgrading?
Well, just adding another to the fleet.
Well, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's exciting. I know nothing about those. I always think they're cool. You can make anything. What do you make with yours?
Right now, the reason I bought this one is it can take 2 lines of plastic at once, so you can work with 2 different colors. You can make it stop printing one color at a certain level and print another. So I'm making some themed coasters and things like that to throw up on Etsy.
That's awesome. Real cool. All right. Very cool. Enough about us. Let's get into video game nonsense. Let's talk about the new releases from this past week. First up, Crusader Kings 3. We talked about this Recently, we went over it a little bit. Maybe it was announced, but I just want to mention it's out now. Came out March 29th on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. It's been out since 2020 on PC, but I just want to mention it because it is one of the best reviewed like strategy RPGs that there has ever been. Fans of this genre know that this game, this Crusader Kings 3 is like, it's heavenly. Now, I'm not a strategy RPG guy, but I was reading about this and it sounds really cool. I mean, you're basically, so it's set in the Middle Ages and you are just creating a dynasty for your family by ruling, going to war, like just tons of stuff. Like when you die, your heirs take over and you just go for hundreds of years playing these games. So it's a really cool idea if people are into that. But yeah, it's the console versions are like getting great reviews, almost
Nice.
high 80s on Metacritic, I believe. So definitely Crusader Kings 3, had to mention that. Another one coming out. This one, the opposite. It's been out on console, now coming to PC. Death Stranding Director's Cut out on PC March 30th. Now this is this is the game Death Stranding. I think it was 2019 it came out. Hideo Kojima's masterpiece. Have you ever played this?
I haven't.
Nah, me neither, dude. It looks weird. Looks
Yeah,
real
it looks like
weird.
it could be really fun because people who
Yeah,
do play it
they love
have
it.
a lot of good stuff to say about it.
Yeah. Yeah, they love it. So this one, it's the director's cut. It's got new missions, new delivery buddies, new weapons, and there's a strange new Mario Kart like racing game added onto it. Very
Yeah.
Kojima esque in the add-ons for this. So. What I've heard is that it doesn't, like, if you've played through it, it's not adding too much in that, but a little bit. So
Yeah.
people that are new to this can carry boxes and walk through swamps or whatever they do
Yep.
in that game.
Yeah, IGN has a really good breakdown video that I watched of like the 13 biggest changes with this
Mm.
director's cut, and it's pretty nice. The most upsetting one really is that they took out Monster Energy. I remember I don't know if you remember, like when this game first came out, it had so much product placement for Monster Energy.
Did
was
it
like
really?
1950s TV show.
That's hilarious. No, I don't remember that at all.
They've just swapped the skins. Now it is like Bridge Energy or something generic.
Okay. All right. Next up, Moss. Book 2 for the PlayStation VR came out March 31st. Now, this is a sequel to Moss. And I played Moss. It's a great VR platformer. One of the best games on that system if you're into the platforming. You play as like a little tiny mouse, and you go through and you do mouse stuff. But like you adventure through the world. This one, it's got new enemies, lush and industrial new areas, and new weapons. Yeah, it just seems like more of the same, which is a good thing because I know Moss is considered to be one of the best PlayStation VR games that are available. So definitely, if you've got a VR, check that one out. And then last up for new releases, Weird West came out March 31st for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, available on the next-gen consoles through backwards compatibility. But this is a top-down action role-playing game that is like set in a Western world, but it's got like fantasy and magical stuff as well. I know we talked about it when it was announced. We were like, "This sounds really cool." Have you looked up more of it?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of the gameplay.
How do you feel about it? Does
Well,
it intrigue you?
I was on the fence before, and I
Mm-hmm.
think I find myself there still. I'll have to see like what some longer term reviews look like. But if it's on Game Pass, I'd probably check it out.
Yeah, I may check it out too. These type of games are a little daunting, so it's like it's got simulation elements to it as well. In that, like, everything in the game you could pick up and it's all destructible, and like wood and cloth sets fire, so you have to be careful not to like put those two near each other. It's like, and everything, all your actions in the game are permanent, so when you respawn restart and it's all like still the way you left it.
Hmm.
So that idea terrifies me, that I do something, mess it up after like playing a whole bunch. And there's also a permadeath mode if you're hardcore like that and you want to like play that way. But definitely the idea sounds cool that it's like a horror fantasy western. You play as these different bounty hunters, and yeah, it sounds interesting, but it might be a little too much for me, man. So I'll definitely I'll check it out. I'll add it to my list on Game Pass with the other 100 games that are on there.
Yeah, same here.
All right. Well, that's it for our major releases from last week. Let's move on. Let's talk about our news of the week. First major news for this week, E3 has officially been canceled. We talked about it a few months ago that it was the in-person event was canceled and it was moved to being a digital-only event. Since then, we didn't hear much about really anything. It was just they just said it's just going to be digital this year, and then that was it. And now we've heard that it is officially canceled. It came out by one of the people at Razer tweeted that they heard from E3 that it is no longer happening. And then later that day, E3 did follow up, and they said this. We will devote all our energy and resources to delivering a revitalized physical and digital E3 experience next summer. Whether enjoyed from the show floor or your favorite devices, the 2023 showcase will bring the community, media, and industry back together in an all-new format and interactive experience. We look forward to presenting E3 to fans around the world live from Los Angeles in 2023. So, basically, they canceled it just to, they want to. They're going to start over. They're just going to start from scratch, refocus on the event coming up, and I think that's a good idea. Since it was canceled and since they moved to digital, there hasn't been, much buzz about it or anything. And it doesn't help that a lot of these companies now just do their own things. So
yeah, we talked about that not that long ago. Like that, a lot of them seem to be pulling out of the big conglomerate shows, and they just do their own directs at their own pace.
Yeah, especially when it's just these showcases. It's one thing like, so now E3, it's a trade show. It's intended for, people in the business to go there and, mingle and work on partnerships with other things. When you can't do that, it kind of takes away, some of the necessity of going there and doing it in person. So, what this means for E3, I hope that they can use this to create something that is remarkable again. Because previous E3s, since PlayStation stopped doing their showcase, and who else? It was like EA, I think, or maybe 2K. One of those stopped doing a thing there. So yeah, hopefully they could all come together and make something really worth checking out. I mean, I always loved it. Even it was always something I looked forward to.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for that again. I would like it to stay relevant and mean something in the video game world. But this year, I mean, will other companies still do showcases? You think around the same period of time? Do you think they had plans to? Like that'll be interesting.
That's a good
see.
question.
I
mean, if they're part of their focus of like doing their own thing and not going to E3 is probably so that you don't have like your competition overshadowing your news or so much news that people don't pay attention to your thing. So strategically, I could see them trying to space it out a little bit from everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. That would make sense. All right, next up, a new PlayStation Plus was announced. Project Spartacus finally was revealed. To some disappointment, but let's talk deets. So, came out, and what it is, it's more of a refocusing on what PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now are going to be. Not so much the Game Pass competitor that everybody was hoping for. So this is what the situation is. There's going to be 3 tiers. PlayStation Plus Essential. Now that is provides the same benefits that PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for save games, online multiplayer access. And there are no changes for existing PlayStation Plus members in this tier. Now I'm just going to read off the US pricing, and you guys can figure it out. $10 a month, $25 quarterly, or $60 a year for this. So that's the same. I think that's the same as PlayStation Plus is right now. Next up, PlayStation Plus Extra is the next tier up. That provides all the benefits from the previous tier. Plus, now it adds a catalog of up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play. So now this is basically like you get your PlayStation Plus and your PlayStation Now combined. And the pricing on this one, $15 a month, $40 quarterly, or $100 annually. And then the third tier, PlayStation Plus Premium. You get all the benefits from the essential and extra tiers. And then it adds up to 340 additional games, including PS3 games available via cloud streaming, and a catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations, and offers cloud streaming access for original PlayStation 2, PSP, and PS4 games offered in the extra and premium tiers. Now that has some asterisks where people can do cloud gaming. So they do also say that if you're in an area of the country or whatever where cloud gaming is not available, there are different pricing brackets for that as well. And then they also offer time limited game trials offered in that tier, so you could try select games before they buy them.
That part was interesting. Is that like a demo, you think?
Basically, yeah. I think that they've been doing those a lot with not a lot. I'm seeing them more and more where it'll give you like a couple hours with the game, and if you want it, you could buy it. Then your progress carries over, and you basically just keep playing. So. But what were your thoughts? I want to hear your thoughts on those announcements. I got more to talk about regarding the specifics, but what were your immediate thoughts?
As far as like the retro gaming, that's my biggest interest because it seems to be way more focused on that at that highest tier. Mm-hmm. Being able to play like the really old classics, it's hard to really know just yet how to feel about that because it's such a big mix of these big questions that the gaming community has to talk about and argue about all the time. Like, yes, we want a legal way to do emulation, and this is one of those ways. But at the same time, this is 100% like digital. You don't own anything. You can't just keep the ROM in a folder and play it anytime you want. Mm-hmm. You can pay $120 a year, and if you stop paying at the end of that year, you own nothing. Yeah. So problems and problem fixes, I guess.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's now for me, I've moved just recently. I've moved on from wanting to own everything and to being able I don't know. I've just gotten where I have so much stuff that I specifically DVDs, dude. I have a whole case of Blu-rays and DVDs, and I will sit there staring at a movie that I want to watch across the room, and I don't get up and go put it in the DVD player. I will go and I will find a stream of it somewhere, it's so in that way, I've moved past that. But let me just read a little bit more of what the announcement said. This is from the PlayStation blog. Said the new extra and premium tiers represent a major evolution for PlayStation Plus. With these tiers, our key focus is to ensure that the hundreds of games we offer will include the best quality content that sets us apart. At launch, we plan to include titles such as Death Stranding, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Mortal Kombat 11, and Returnal. We're working closely with our imaginative developers from PlayStation Studios and third-party partners to include some of the best gaming experiences available with a library that will be regularly refreshed. More details to come on the games we'll have on our new PlayStation Plus service. So that to me is the biggest question. Now, they said, 400 titles that we're going to offer on there. And then they list a bunch of great PS5 titles. So, right there, okay, you piqued my interest with those, but I want to know more about the titles. I want to see like a list. I want to know what those 400 titles are. Are they going to be the ones that are just, currently available on PlayStation now? I'm assuming the majority of them will be what's available now. But when they announced that, like, Miles Morales, Returnal, both fairly new games, both games that I'm interested in are coming to that tier. That's what piqued my interest. But I want to know more about the other ones. And then I also want to know more about on the premium tier. Give me an idea of what some of these classic games are going to be. That's, I think, when I'm going to pay more attention to this. Like, the announcement was great, but, like, first of all, it's not a Game Pass killer. It's not a Game Pass competitor. And that, for that reason being, you're not getting day one games on this. And PlayStation, they already said that they can't do that. The market isn't viable enough for them to pay so much into these studios to create this game and then just offer it for, through the subscription service. That they want to continue to use their high budgets to create fantastic games, and then put them out there at a premium price. So I can understand that. I still question whether or not Microsoft's Game Pass is going to be viable going forward. When does that price change, or when does the quality of those games come down?
Because it's going to be hard for them to keep going with the same steam that they've had.
Right.
But, I mean, that's how you do it, I guess, is you come out of the gate just blaring.
And they haven't let up, for sure, man. We talk about it twice a month, the new games coming out. And even though not every month they're coming out with AAA titles to it, they're putting all these day one releases, all these day one indie game releases right on there. And it's like, immediately you're checking them out. So that's another, it doesn't, as far as the PlayStation Plus service, like, are we getting any day one games on there? I mean, right now with the PlayStation Plus, occasionally they'll offer like, a day one game, like they did it with PlayStation 5 Bugsnax, Destruction Arena, or whatever that game was called, Destruction All Stars. Those both came out on PlayStation Plus for free when it came out. So it does happen, but not to the regularity that the Game Pass is churning them out. So, that's the one thing I think that's setting them apart. But, a little bit more. They also said, as this is a massive launch effort, we're rolling out the new PlayStation Plus offering in a phased regional approach. In the June timeframe, we'll begin with an initial launch in several markets in Asia, followed by North America, Europe, and the rest of the world where PlayStation Plus is offered. We aim to have the most PlayStation Network territories live with our new PlayStation Plus game subscription service by the end of the first half of 2022. We also plan to expand our cloud streaming benefit to additional markets, and will provide more details at a later date. So, it's not far off.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Now, if it's just, so you have a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Are you a subscriber to PlayStation Plus now?
I just let it run out because I'm playing more PC than the PS4.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So for me, I will just for the multiplayer alone, I'm paying for this service. Yeah. And it's crazy the pricing. Like, they offer it for just for the basic tier, $10 a month, or $60 for the year. If you bought a monthly thing, you're paying double. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, right off the bat, I mean, I'm already paying. So I subscribe to PlayStation Now. I subscribe to PlayStation Plus. I think those are each 60 something. So that's $120. So right there, I'm at PS Plus extra territory. $100 for the year. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, to get these games. Especially if I'm going to be getting Miles Morales, which I was planning on buying, Death Stranding, and Returnal, all three games that I'm very interested in checking out. So, but for me, the PlayStation Plus Premium, the nostalgia that comes with these classic titles, I always like I'll go check out a catalog of these games and I'll look at it and I'm like, oh man, I gotta check this game out. I play it for like a minute and I'm like, you can't go back for me, you
Yeah.
know. I know you're a fan and you like to check out those, but yeah, I don't even know what games I would play. What games would you go back and play on the PlayStation?
Oh, like PlayStation, I'm not so sure about. There are some that would like really strike my interest, like the ones that were on the demo discs back in the day, the ones
Oh
I kind of
yeah,
grew up on.
hmm
Cool Borders, Parappa the Rapper, um, a lot
yeah,
of them. But then like the PS2 was sort of the golden era. I feel like
hmm
so there are a ton of games I'd love to go back and play.
yeah. It's very true. Yeah, so I'm excited to hear more about this as far as some more details and games that are coming. So I'm sure with it being coming out in June, we'll get more of that real soon. All right, and while we're talking about this topic, let's talk about the new PlayStation Plus games for April. So this month, PlayStation Plus is getting Hood, Outlaws and Legends. That's for PS4 and PS5. That's an online multiplayer title where rival gangs compete in daring heists to hit the wealthy where it hurts. I haven't heard great things about this game at all. I've heard terrible things about this game, so I will probably not be checking that out.
I've never
Um,
heard of it in the first place, so I don't know which is worse.
yeah, yeah. Um, Next up, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated for PS4. This is a platformer with SpongeBob. You got Patrick, Sandy. What more do you need, right?
Yeah.
And then lastly, Slay the Spire for PS4. This is a fantasy deck builder. It's like a card game, roguelike combination. And I absolutely recommend this game. It's one of my favorite games. I have it for the Nintendo Switch. I have it on my phone. It's an awesome game. I absolutely love it. And now I'll have it on the PS4. So that's a great one. And then it is also the last chance to download March's games. You got until Monday, which would be the day you're watching this, April 4th, to add Ark Survival Evolved, Team Sonic Racing, and Ghost Runner, as well as Ghost of Tsushima Legends. And then also Persona 5 is leaving the PlayStation Plus collection. That's leaving May 11th. So get that before it's too late. All right, let's just keep talking about Sony. This will be a quick one because I know everybody's getting sick of PlayStation talk. You know, this is not PlayStation News Weekly. But Knack is back. I know there's a lot of Knack fans out there. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what Knack is, it's like a platformer game that came out made by Sony Studios, and it was critically beaten to a pulp, but it had a cult following. People loved Knack, more so Knack 2. Knack 2, it kind of fixed itself, but have you ever played Knack?
No, this isn't what I saw, so I had to do a little digging on this. Yeah,
Really?
pretty much came up with what you said. Yeah, cult following. A lot of
hmm
people just like mercilessly rib it, but
Yeah,
other people love it.
yeah. So I played it, and I didn't think it was bad. It was, I thought it was fine. It was so the first one was or maybe it was the second one. One of them came out with the console. It was a launch game.
I think
And
Knack One might have done that for
Knack
PS4.
1, okay, for PS4, yeah, I think that makes sense. And it was like everybody was hyped because it was more like a showing you the capabilities of the PS4 with all these different. So Knack is like this creature that like he has like all these things stuck to him, and then when he gets hit, he falls apart. So it's showing that like all these little pieces on the screen. The gameplay sucked though. Knack 2, the gameplay was much better. The idea was much better. But that being said, this is all just speculation based on a trademark filing. So who knows? We could be getting excited for Knack 3 for nothing. But I would like to see, like, even though it was like not very good, I would like to see a Knack on the PlayStation because with when I played Ratchet and Clank, dude, like when there were so many things on the screen, it like handled them amazingly. So I think like Knack on the PlayStation 5 on this new hardware, I think it would
Oh
be
yeah,
really cool just to like create like a character with all these things on them.
Nice. Yeah, they probably should wait a couple years because that's something that happens with every console. Your launch titles always end up looking very, very bad compared to uh, sort of the late era of that
Hmm.
console because those developers have to learn to develop for that
Yep.
console what they can do, how they can make it look better.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Could Knack be back? Only time will tell. All right, next up, GTA Online is launching a new subscription service called GTA Plus. Now, this started March 29th, and basically what it is, it's a monthly subscription plan, $5.99 a month, and this is the announcement. Being a GTA Plus member gets you a recurring monthly $500,000 direct deposit to your Maze bank account, plus the opportunity to claim properties in and around Los Santos that unlock gameplay updates you may have missed out on, special vehicle upgrades, member only discounts, GTA money, and RP bonuses, and more each month. Now, this is only available to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X players, with no word on if the service will come to the previous generations or PC. You signing up?
I don't think so. I haven't played that in a little while. Now, I'd still like to play GTA Online, but I'm not gonna give them like a subscription based. Are you familiar with the shark cards for this game?
No.
It's just it's their digital currency. You buy a shark card for $5 and you'll get that $500,000. So this to me seems like a way for them to guarantee you're going to buy a shark card a month and you're going to get a few extra perks for doing it.
Gotcha. Dude, this game makes so much money. I can't believe that they're offering a subscription. And I mean, I guess I can believe it. Now, there's Fortnite and Fallout are two other games that have subscription services. So now GTA is the next one to do it. And I guess, if you're playing this game, $6 a month, it's not much. It's pretty cheap just to get that in-game currency. A bunch of so there was another list of like what it added for this month, and I don't understand any of these things that it says, but I guess it like just opens up places. The auto shop in La Mesa, you can now relocate there at no cost, and it waives a car meet membership fee. Like all this stuff, I'm like, dude, I don't know, but people that are in this game are probably like
Yeah.
psyched, like yes, I get to upgrade my yacht to the Aquarius super yacht at no additional cost.
Yeah. Dude, hundreds of hours in this game and most of this is still gibberish to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You get a selection of free paints and emblems for the auto shop. There's the Gusset Frog tee and Broker Prolapse basketball top are automatically added to your wardrobe. So it's just, I don't know. Hopefully this gets some certain people excited. Not me. But I haven't played the game, so,
Yeah, but you do get free access to it on PS5, right?
It's true. It's true. I could get in there and get my frog tea and my yacht rock pass.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, what? So if this becomes a thing, these subscription services for games. So we got the battle pass for games, which, I like the idea of a battle pass. It gives me something to like work towards. I always get it. I get it every time they have it for Rocket League. My wife gets it every time they have it for Smite. Whether or not we complete it is another thing, but it's fun, something to work towards. You get some cool items. But now you're just paying for the items right off the bat. You're not, no work involved. But what game would you pay for a subscription service for? Is there any?
I don't know. I've been bouncing around games so much lately. I don't know if there's one in particular that I really want to like sign up to give monthly to.
Yeah, me neither, dude. I haven't especially with like the amount of so I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring, and the amount of content that is directly in that game, like, dude, I'll be playing that forever with no subscription needed. So
Oh yeah.
that's how they should be making these games. Stop making me pay for extra stuff. But that being said, yeah, I'm not really playing any games where I could see that. I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. I'm surprised that they don't have some sort of a subscription service for their games, you know?
Hmm.
But
It wouldn't be a bad idea on their part. Just pick out like a premium skin pack or something per
yeah,
month.
every month just throwing a skin at your and like some double XP tokens and stuff that you're getting every month. So yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's coming real soon. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting stuff. Everything's going to the way of subscription services. Next up, Bandai Namco going all in on Gundam. Are you excited? I know this is your
I am.
your
For
thing.
once. I know
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago we talked about a Gundam game and I was like, eh. But this time I am excited.
Yeah, so they're making a huge investment. What was the dollar amount?
130 million.
130 million to create a Gundam metaverse that's surrounds anime, video games, figures, models, like just basically everything. And they're they think this is it. This is Gundam's big break.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what Gundam is. It's like a robot. I know that, but
Well-
what makes it a Gundam?
Gundam are certain ones of these robots in the show. So not every robot in the show is a Gundam, but they're all mobile suits. But people don't even care so much. They'll collect the models and things of both. People have their favorites of the good guys and the bad guys. So yeah, this is really interesting because there is an anime that's a little bit meta. Not to overuse that word. There's this meta anime series called Gundam Build Fighters. And there's like 2 other spin-offs of that. But it takes a step back where in this universe, Gundam exists as a show and everybody builds the little model kits. And there's a lot of people in the community who make these models in real life who say that the show only exists as a commercial for these models. And it might be true because they're talking about in this metaverse, you're going to be able to purchase the models, get them shipped to your house. And when you build these models, you'll be able to scan them into the game, add some data to them, and you'll then be able to fight other people's models, like in this anime series that they had.
That's pretty cool. I like that idea. Now, question: this anime series is about building models. Like, what is the content of the show?
I'd say that it's almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh style thing. If you ever watch that, where it
Okay.
turns into this competition, and they're like. I mean, there are real world competitions for people building these models. They just don't like scan them in and fight with them.
So this
But yeah,
the cartoon or the anime, it's like shows people building their Gundams, and then they like make them big, and then they fight them.
yeah,
Something like that?
Just kind of like just these plastic particles. I don't know. There's a whole explanation they give
I'm
for
intrigued.
it to make them into like holograms or something.
Is this on anything? Is it on like Netflix or anything?
I don't remember where I watched that one. I think it was just YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. I gotta see what this is all about. I like the idea of it. But yeah, you're going all in, dude. You're gonna be
Yeah, I
Johnny
will be able
Gundam.
to report day one probably when this comes out.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Yeah, I want to see what this is all about. Like I said, I like the Gundam idea. I have no familiarity with them other than I think they're really cool to look at. But my fingers are too fat to do the models, and I don't know how to read books backwards, so I can't read the mangas.
Oh yeah. Well, if this comes out in like some sort of VR format, it seems really cool to like get in the cockpit of a Gundam and have all the
would be
weapons.
sweet. Especially one that you build. You know, if you
Yeah.
build it and then like can get inside of it and like, dude, it's a really great idea. I look forward to seeing what the heck this even means, dude. I read this article like 3 times, no clue.
Yeah.
All right, and last up, we got to talk about a brand new game that was announced. Ooh yeah, Macho Man. That was my impression. What'd you think?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Snap into the Slim Jim.
Yeah, brother.
Nailed it. Yeah, this is a game. It's called Macho. Not Macho. I think it's just Macho, which would make sense because it's a match 3 game, but it's also a first person shooter. What? Mind
Yeah.
blown, right?
I had to like figure out what in the world that meant.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
It looks amazing. So now I love match 3 games. And I really enjoy first-person shooters. This game, dude, I still don't know. Like, so you play this guy Max, and he has these powers, these energy powers, and there's like this alien invasion or robots or whatever, and you have to like shoot them. It seems in like a 3, like you have to hit like yellow, yellow, yellow in order for it to do like some sort of a power. I don't know, man, but like the story sounded actually decent. I don't know if I just went in with such low expectations and that I came out very pleasantly surprised after watching this trailer, but I'm all in.
Yeah, it's not like Candy Crush at all,
No.
which is kind of what I was thinking.
Yes, but how do
it's
you
more
do
like-
that first-person shooter, right?
It's more like skeet shooting or something, I'd say. Looks like these things are flying up in the air at you, and you just have to shoot them out 3 at a time with the like matching colors.
Absolutely, yeah. Kind of seems like I don't know, like an on-rails shooter type thing, but it is, you run around and you do parkour and that sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a Unreal Engine powered game. Comes out for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series S and X sometime in the future. All right, that's it for our news. You got anything to add?
Nope.
We did it. We went through a whole nother week of quality video game news. Now, when this airs, I hope, not barring any issues, Fruit Lab should be back up, right?
Yes.
So that's
Hopefully.
exciting. So if if you're watching this or listening to it on somewhere other than Fruit Lab is this amazing video game. I mean, it's not just video games, but it's mainly video games. Content service where you could go watch videos, you could post videos, and you could earn money. So definitely go check it out. It's switching to a cryptocurrency. It's all happening. It's super exciting. And if you are watching this on Fruit Lab, what up, bitches?
We need it back, man. I'm withering over here.
Me too,
I
man.
haven't created anything.
Yeah, no, me too. And I'll pop into like Juice every once in a while, and see if there's anybody in there, and then no one's there. It's always just wannabe hero, and I just leave. I don't say anything.
I had a dream that it came back. I had a dream that I was on my phone and looked, and I saw we got a little notification that popped up, and it's like, oh, we're back online.
I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what it's all about. But yeah, 2 weeks, man. That was it's a long downtime.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely check us out on Fruit Lab. I'm E-Rock the Red over there. This guy's full clip. You could also take a look at our YouTube channel. Pop Culture Playground is where you'll find all our this plus another podcast that I do, a bunch of movie stuff, and then you could watch him on Twitch every once in a while out there doing his thing. Full clip _FL, or just listen to us on any podcast service where you listen to podcasts. We're there. I guarantee it. If we're not there, send me a postcard and I'll put us on there.
Oh, yeah. We'll send you a CD of the show.
Exactly. Yes. We'll put it on a CD or cassette.
Oh, yeah.
Your choice. We'll mail it to you monthly. No extra charge. All right. That's it. We're done. Let's get out of here. Thank you so much for watching another week's worth of sweet video game news. We will see you next week with more Gaming News Weekly.